Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. You join me here at DMB Collection to look at two very specific and very different but yet quite similar Porsche 911s. The first one actually is this one right here behind me, which is a 2019 992 generation Carrera S, which in my opinion in the GT Silver looks absolutely incredible. So I'm going to give you a walk around this car, the inside, the outside, talk a little bit about the spec, but then after that I'm going to take you further down the dealership to the back corner to talk about a very special Porsche Carrera 911 996 C4S. That was quite a long-winded way of saying another silver Porsche, but yeah, stick around to see that Porsche. But first, let's have a quick look at the 992 Carrera S. So as I say then, this is the car in question, the 992 Carrera S. It's a 2019 car in GT Silver. It's done around 16,000 miles. And yeah, I'm a huge fan. So quick walk around the front of the car then. GT Silver, in my opinion, is such an iconic Porsche colour. This does have diamond cut wheels, which I'm not normally a fan of, but I do think it works against the silver. If I was to buy this, by the way, I would be switching out the wheels. But yeah, that's a story for another day. Moving on to the back of the car then, it doesn't have the sports exhaust system, which usually would mean that this, where are we, right here, would be like a singular exit on both sides. This has the quad exhausts, and I'll be honest, I'm not just saying this because it's here and it's the only one here. I think I prefer the quad exhausts, but yeah, challenge me in the comments if you think that I'm an idiot for saying that. The car does have the additional sunroof as well, which is open. Lovely. Down the side of the car, pretty standard. These are quite a wide-bodied 911, as you can tell, with the kind of hunch over the rear wing. And yeah, that iconic kind of petrol filler camp at the front, which is pretty cool. My friend did have a 992 C2S, I believe, or C2 was it? I'll try and find some images, but he had the crayon grey one around the same time as I had a Vantage. And I mean, those two cars, a Vantage and a 911, were sort of like competitors at one point. They probably still are. I chose the Vantage, but now would I choose a 911, 992 over a Vantage? Unsure. Love them both, which is the problem. Let's take a look inside then. These cars should be open. Is it open? Yeah, it is. Look at that. So this car is very well spec'd actually. I haven't had a proper look around it yet, but it has a kind of extended leather, so you've got leather up top. It also has the all-important Bose sound system. These seats as well, so it's got, I don't know the kind of proper name, but I'm guessing it's sport seats with the Porsche emboss in the headrests. And whatever that fabric is, I don't know if it's a special name for it or that design, but I really like that design. Similar to my Taycan inside, so similar steering wheel, similar dash. Slightly different as the Taycan was the kind of, I believe, the newer refreshed model where they first introduced the full screen here, whereas this one has a bit of an analogue dial plus the two screens, which in my opinion I prefer. The analogue stuff just looks cooler with the mix of the two screens. But yeah, this car is pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Let's jump inside. Oh, it's a lovely place to be as well. It just feels quite normal actually. It feels very much like my Taycan. So there's not much different. It does actually have back seats, believe it or not, which I don't think anyone's going to fit in there because there's absolutely no leg room whatsoever. But yeah, sunroof makes a huge difference, especially on those lovely winter days that we seem to be getting a lot more of. But there you go, sunroof nonetheless. Heated seats, what else we got in here? Leather everywhere, so yeah, full leather dashboard. Again, that's an option, which is really nice. Paddles at the back here. My Taycan doesn't have that, obviously, because it's electric. What a lovely place to be. It does feel very similar, like I said, to the Taycan. It feels tighter, smaller inside, which it should. It's a sports car at the end of the day. And then you've got this, obviously the drive system here. This is an auto with a PDK. What else do we have that I can point out? Not much going on, to be honest, which is actually a really nice thing. These new 992s are newish, I guess. This is 2019, but the 992s are quite a kind of basic interior. Obviously when the lights are on, it looks a lot better and whatnot, but yeah, for me this is a potential buy. And if you're in the market for a 992, 911, it's too many numbers, I feel like I'm going to mess that up at some point. But yeah, if you're in the market for one of these, are you buying a GT3? Are you buying a GTS? Which is actually, there's a nice GTS just beside us, but that's not the focus for the video. Are you buying one of these, you know, standard, if you like, quite under the radar because it's GT Silver? Are you buying one of these? Or are you buying something, like I said, a GTS, something a bit more pricier? At the price point here, I believe this car is 82,950, so say 83 grand. I don't know where you're getting kind of better value for money. In my opinion, these cars will go forever. This one's only done 16,500 miles, so nothing in the grand scheme of things. Super low mileage car for a car that's from 2019. I just can't think of a better car to put my money into. So yeah, let me know your thoughts and your comments on this car. Like I said, it's GT Silver, which is a bit understated, but I think you could daily this car, kind of slip under the radar. You wouldn't stand out too much, but it's still got the power, the noise. It's a Porsche at the end of the day, so it's lovely inside. It's built to last, and yeah, it gets a huge tick from me. So I will probably be inquiring on this car. So yeah, if it isn't sold by the time this video comes out, then consider it. And yeah, check out DMB Collection's website for the car. I sound like I'm on commission or something. I'm not, I wish I was. But yeah, if you do buy this car before me, please let me know, because I absolutely adore these 911s. Anyway, let's move on to something slightly older, but yet something very, very similar and just as cool. Before I get to the 996, it would be rude to walk past this silver GT3 Touring. Honestly, I've got a thing that appears for silver, on silver, Porsche cars. With good reason, I believe. Anyway, moving on. Here it is then, the 2002 911 996 Carrera 4S. Oh my god, what a car. So yeah, like I said then, 2002, so slightly older. What's that, 24 years old, I believe? Someone do the maths on that. If I'm wrong, please call me an idiot. And yeah, this is also in a silver with a silver wheel. More importantly, I believe these are, is it called Turbo Twist? Is that the right name for that? Any Porsche specialists, please correct me. But yeah, these are the wheels I would have, the preferred wheel in the 996 generation. Very similar. This isn't a kind of wide body on this, or is it actually? I mean, yeah, I would say so. And you know what? As I say that, I'm pretty sure these are actually known for being like a wide body, so I've totally just embarrassed myself. But I'm not going to edit that out. I'm going to keep it in to show the authenticity of this channel. There you go, cool shot from the back. A little bit tighter here, so I can't get as many shots as I would like. But yeah, this is the Carrera 4S. More importantly, this is a one-owner car. Can you believe it? Since 2002, this car has had the exact same owner. It's a manual, for any using manual fans out there. I'm not a huge fan of manuals, but I do know that a manual Porsche is the manual to have. This also has the sunroof, which again, good spec on this. I'll open it up in a sec and have a look inside. I'm just kind of taken aback at how clean this car is. I believe it's done around 25,000 miles. So the fact that the car is this old and only done 25,000 miles, it's a one-owner car. Can we go as far as saying that this car is what they call a unicorn? Do you agree with that? I would, but that's because I believe in my opinions strongly. Again, seats in the back, Don't fancy trying to sit in the back of one of these though, because yeah, it's pretty tight. It smells incredible. Let's open it up, jump inside, and I'll give you a look around the interior. So you now join me inside of the 996 Carrera, and actually, what a nice place to be. I was quite surprised because I'm not a huge fan of older cars because I feel like they do get dated quite easily, but this does feel dated, but at the same time feels modern enough. I say it's an old car, it's 2002, it's hardly a classic. But yeah, it's an older car compared to what we just sat in the 992. But yeah, honestly, what a place to be. This is a manual, as I've already mentioned. Leather absolutely everywhere. I just feel like they don't make cars as they always did. I know that's such a famous saying. They don't make them like they used to, but honestly, they really don't make cars like they used to. And I think this is a prime example. This has got an Alcantara roof lining. Didn't even know that was possible. Full leather on the doors, on the dash. Where else? The steering wheel's leather. I just feel, again, they don't do that anymore. Everything's kind of a plasticky feel, even in the Taycan. I know that's like vegan leather or some fake leather, I don't know what it is, but it's when you sit in a car that's actually got real old school leather, you notice the difference and you really feel it. And it smells as well, it smells like leather. You just don't get that in a lot of new cars because it is all this fake nonsense to help whoever it's trying to help, I don't know. But whatever. Opinions aside on veganism and leather, this is a pretty special car and something that I have always wanted to add to my, I say car collection, I don't have a car collection, but I would like one in the future, and this is a car that I would like to have in there. This particular car is done 26,850 miles. It's a one owner car. I can't get over the fact it's a one owner car. It is absolutely pristine. I think it's up for sale for about £40,000. Again, in today's market, these are fetching strong money, especially one owner cars that are super, super clean. So yeah, I'm not surprised that this is the price that it is. And for me, can you imagine having this kind of older school version of the 992? So two completely different generation, world apart in terms of looks. Well, people will probably joke about the looks because I know all Porsches kind of look the same, but that's by nature. It's the design language, as you like to call it. But yeah, two very different looking cars, very different driving cars, and worlds apart in terms of engineering is as far as I would say. Engines, the whole lot, completely different 911s, but yet the same type of feeling. You're in a Porsche, you get the respect that Porsches get when you see them on the road. They're both the same, silver on silver wheels. Honestly, like, do you spend 100 and, what is it, between the two of them, you're what, 120 grand? Do you spend 120 grand on two individual cars, very different, and have fun in different ways? Or do you spend 120 grand on, I don't know, one newer generation, or maybe like the likes of that Targa 4 GTS, I'm sure that's probably about 120 grand. Do you spend it on one Porsche, or do you buy two? I think for me, I'd be buying the two, but yeah, big mistake coming down to sit and see these cars in person, I think. But I've got some thinking to do, and yeah, if you buy this car before I buy this car, like I said with the last one, please let me know. I'd love to come and see it and go a drive in the car because yeah, these are pretty special to me. So yeah. Anyway, let's have a further look around the car. There's a few more bits of spec I want to point out, and then we'll do a comparison on the two cars. So coming to the inside of the car, as I've mentioned, you've got this leather here all over the door card. You've also got, I'm not sure if you can see it with the lighting, but you've also got the all-important Bose sound system in this, with, I believe, the upgraded Pioneer head unit. I don't believe that's standard, which, again, if you are going to buy one of these, you do really want to upgrade this. Porsche do it, so I'm assuming the fact that this is a one-owner car, I'm assuming that this has been done professionally by Porsche, which is perfect because you get Apple CarPlay, the whole shebang on that, which just modernises it. It makes it more of a daily driver. You've then got these sport seats in full leather. There is no embossed Porsche. I think if they had the Porsche right there, it would really just kind of finish it off, but I'm sure you could fit that. Get a third party to finish that for you. And yeah, Alcantara roof lining, sunroof. It's even got leather mirrors. Who does that in cars nowadays? The answer is no one. Again, walking through the showroom, it would be very rude to walk past, yet again, another silver on silver Porsche. This one, slightly more special, slightly more expensive, but yeah, we have a Carrera GT sitting here, and obviously couldn't walk past this. There we have it then, two very different but yet very special and similar silver Porsche Carreras in question here at DMB Collection for sale. For me, it's definitely a question and an itch that I want to scratch in terms of getting a 911 in both a kind of 992 generation and also a 996 generation. They're both of my favourite generations of Porsche. Of course, I like the older stuff as well, as you can kind of see from behind me here, but for me, affordability wise and being realistic, I think a 992 in this spec, particularly silver on silver, and then a 996 again in that spec, silver on silver, for me is just two of the nicer looking specs before you start getting crazy and getting crazy colours or going for what I usually go for, like black and a bit boring, some may say. So yeah, there we have it, the 2019 992 and then the 2002 996. Let me know in the comments below, should I start my Porsche collection, which is not actually a real thing, but should I start by buying both the 992 and the 996 as kind of a brother and sister almost, because they're so similar in specs? Yeah, let me know. Or would you spend the money differently? If you had £120,000 to spend, would you go for one car or would you go for two cars, especially right now in these market conditions? I just think bang for buck, two cars for the price of one. I think that makes more sense. Anyway, enough of my waffle. If you did enjoy today's video, please drop it a like, drop me some comments, let me know your opinions and thoughts on the two cars individually, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.